live. This is going to be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing a soon-to-be going all-in freelancer, the amazing, the talented Luis Bravo. How you doing, buddy?
Yes, that's me. I'm
That's
good. Thanks very much.
yeah, it's all good.
Yes. How you
So,
doing? Thank you for
oh,
having me on your show.
oh, no problem. I am, as you can tell, I am very serious when I come on the show like this. Just like come in, have a good time, relax, just chill. So, from what Mark and Mel tell me about you, you are about to undergo freelancing. You're quitting your regular job. You're going kind of all in.
Well, everything started like 7 years ago when I started doing the sketch covers. But that was like kind of like a hobby because it was just like part-time job, something like that. But yeah, uh, a month ago I quit to my job and a place where I worked 6 years, and I just left it and I decided just to go full time to doing this
Ah,
drawing,
just drawing.
which is what I like and I enjoy. So actually, I'm gonna do what
All
I
right.
like to do. So
So you've
I'll
been
do.
drawing your whole life.
Yeah, yeah. You know, as a kid, everyone started drawing as a kid. So yeah, I think my mom still have a few drawings that I did when I was probably 5 or 4. I was tracing back in those days. And then I believe 10 years ago, I started going and doing stuff on my own and creating things. But 7 years ago, I started doing sketch covers, and I was just selling them, and it's been working good. So
That's cool,
that's what
man.
I want to do. Hmm.
Well, so we can do this a whole bunch of different fun ways here. So let's go younger. What did you like to draw when you were a kid, and has that changed?
Oh, well, the regular cartoons we saw when we were kids, like, well, when I was a kid, they were playing the cartoons like Messenger Z or He-Man,
Yes.
Thundercats. So that's basically what I was drawing when I was a kid. And with the pass of the time, I've been well, everything changed when I was 17 or 18 years old. When I saw a Witch Blade cover, and Michael Turner was the artist that did that one. So and everything changed when I saw that cover. I fall in love with his artwork, and that's when I wanted to draw like him, like and I started following him and following what he
Oh,
was doing, and yeah, that's when everything changed.
okay. So like Michael Turner is definitely, one of the all time like best. There's no like doubt about that. Yeah, so Witchblade, huh? Like for me, I
Yeah,
always was partial
Blade, and
to
then Fathom, and
yeah,
all
Fathom was
his
the one I
titles,
was
or whatever he did. Yeah, everything was great.
yeah,
As you
no.
can see, I have in my background some of the stuff from Mike. So there is some Superman print, and right behind me there is a Fathom lithography. That's the stuff I've been collecting for years. Hmm.
Ooh. I still remember the first Fathom book. I picked it up as a because it's Michael Turner, right?
Hmm.
Right. So you go out there and start you do it, and next thing you know, you have like you see his work, and it's like he's just an incredible he was an incredible talent
Hmm.
and one of a kind. So was Fathom your favorite of his, or did you like his Superman? What was your favorite of his stuff?
I think just girls in general.
Okay,
Girls.
just go.
Hmm. I think just the girls.
Yeah.
Like the Witchblade, Sarah Placini, and Aspen Matthew from Fathom, and hello, all the female characters he did. They were great. Mhm.
I don't blame you, man. No, good stuff. So and then you decide. So that's when you decide, like, I want to do this, or that's when it
Yeah.
changed.
So that's why I decided to start going into comics
Okay, so okay, so
and
was
drawing that his style. I tried to do copy his style. That's what I wanted to do in those days.
well, it makes sense, right? Because when we start, like, I'm a writer. I do dabble in illustration a little bit, but I'm a writer, and so when I first started, I wanted to be like Ray Bradbury. Now that I'm older slash wiser, I still kind of want to be Ray Bradbury, but that's okay, right? It's just one of those things. So you never completely outgrow the people that you aspire to be, but somewhere along the way, you decide that you're not going to copy them anymore. Instead, you're going to come up with kind of like your own style.
Yeah.
So,
There is always a mixture of your own stuff with the influence that you're taking from the
mhm,
artist that your idol in this case, Michael.
yeah.
So that's what I want to do. I want to do my stuff, but always with a little bit of his
Oh
influence.
yeah. So is there anybody
Mhm.
else, like, besides Turner, that you were a big fan of?
No,
No.
no. Oh, well, there's a lot of artists that do a lot of great stuff, but well, Michael is the only one I think.
Okay.
So I have my collection. I collect comics, but well, like 5 years ago it was 5 years ago it was only Michael Turner, and now I collect a little bit of everything, but Michael Turner is the main thing.
Like I said, you never. I speak from experience here. You never completely outgrow your heroes. You never do. It just one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. Next thing you know, you just like you just get a little more sophisticated with it as time goes on. So okay, so then you go 10 years ago. You start doing it. 7 years ago, you get into sketch
Just
covers.
doing the sketch covers. Hmm.
You're right. So why sketch covers? Like, just you figure it'd be a good way to get in? Did you what? Were you
Yeah, I think it
thinking?
was the easiest way, and 'cause I used to do just 11 by 17 illustrations on 11 by 17 boards, and after so many like 5 years drawing those, I was like, what's the purpose of doing this if I'm not gonna get anything? Because I was just drawing it for fun, like in those days. So I saw that they were um, moving sketch covers, and I was like, oh, that's something I want to do. So I
Okay,
started looking for those blank covers and try to do a few things, and people like what I do. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. So I was just doing it, and a few years ago, I think I just reached 1,000 sketch covers already. Mhm.
wow, dude.
Or not just sketch covers, but stuff, illustrations, and all that. Within
That's
7 years, I think
that's
that's something.
impressive. That's and obviously as time has gone on, you've done more and more of them. I mean, you started, it probably took
Hopefully,
like
yeah,
it
yeah,
took
that's the plan.
forever,
Hmm.
and now you're like, I'm not saying you still don't do it, but you get faster as time goes on. Like, I've started drawing. I'm into my second year of really drawing seriously, quote unquote. I'm goofing off in comparison. I'm goofing off compared to you. I'm just getting better at the craft and stuff like that. But you get faster the more you do it.
Yes, it's just so practicing is everything. Um, People said, "Oh, you're very talented," but I'm not. I think talent is the patient is talent, and
Mm-hmm.
just getting better. Drawing is just the practicing. But I think everyone can
Oh
draw.
yeah,
They just need
absolutely.
to
No,
practice. You just need
absolutely.
to be patient, sit down for a while, and draw, and keep practicing.
That's all you. I mean, that's the magic secret to it. At the end of the day, it's not like what I've learned in this is talent is the most. I'm not saying talent doesn't matter, but it might be the most overrated thing we have. It's that willingness to show up and do it.
So
He's like,
that's what you.
that's what. Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's one thing. Someone can have all the talent in the world, but if they don't do anything with it, what's the point? Someone doesn't necessarily have to have a lot of talent, but if they are willing to work hard and work on getting better, they're farther ahead than the person with the talent, right? Even if it takes them longer to get good, right? They have the work ethic, the dedication, and the focus. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
So yeah. So I still want to be better every day, and
Oh,
I
sure.
try and I keep trying. So it's just like even when people say that that's what I'm doing is good, I don't think it's good enough. So I just want to keep getting better and practicing gets you to that point. So that's one I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I like, there's a fine line though, right? Because it's like you're good enough that people notice your stuff. That's a good thing. I'm not like that. I think that I don't think that can be taken for granted. But but I understand you can always get better, right? But at the same time, I mean, cover one compared to cover 1,000,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
there's a big difference.
oh yeah, yeah, you've come a
Yeah,
long way.
when I started, I was like, just like that was like really bad. And then little by little, I've been noticing, and then I can see if I took a illustration that I did like 10 years ago, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. Back in those days, I was just drawing for myself, and I was like, so I got to the point that I was like, I should stop doing this because there is no purpose of doing this if I'm not like showing off, showing to the people. If people don't know that I'm here and doing this, so that's when I found the sketch covers, and I was like, oh, this is my opportunity to show what I do.
So, okay, so you mentioned He-Man, you mentioned Fathom. So then, on that note, is it like, um, at this point when you look at what you draw, like you mentioned, like Turner's your big influence in terms of it, but what you like to draw personally, is it still like what Turner drew? Do you like drawing other things? Like, what's your
Well,
favorite stuff to
well,
draw?
those characters are my favorite ones, but actually, I draw anything, whatever people ask me to do. In this case, right now, I'm someone asked me to do poison ivy. This
That's
is a
amazing.
savage line poison ivy version, and
I see it. It's really good. That's a very, very, very tribal poison ivy.
yeah, but I just do whatever people ask me to do. So
Yeah,
this point, it doesn't really matter what I like. It's just what people like. They just
I
want to
get
see
that.
my style or and on my sketches.
That's really good, man. Like, that's really, really good. Like, for anybody that will be watching and listening to this later, definitely check out his work. It's very, very impressive. So, the question I have for you is, um, then do you want to be on covers? Do you want to work on interiors in comics as well? Like, what is your goal?
I think I like to do well. I like to do covers, but if I have a chance to do interiors, I would do it too. I have no experience doing interiors, but I would do it definitely. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would just give it a chance, and I would do it. I would like to do it too. But I would like to do covers. Covers, I think, is the main thing.
so you want to just focus on covers right now,
Yeah, I think so.
but you wouldn't be against down the road doing
Yeah, yeah, no,
like,
do whatever. It's just drawing and drawing, and that's what I love to do. So I would
yeah,
do it.
I gotcha. No, I'd be very curious. Like, okay, so we're gonna switch gears. Like growing up, like I am I think around your age. I'm 40. I don't know. Like you might be a little younger, a
Yeah,
little
I'm a
older.
little bit younger. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm older than you. I'm
don't look it, man.
42.
You're
I'm turning
42.
42 this year.
Happy 42. 42 is a magical number,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah, really?
But
Is it?
yeah. So in literature, okay, if the 42 first showed up in Alice in Wonderland way back in the 18th century, there's like a rule 42. Later, a guy by the name of Douglas Adams wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And in there goes the answer to all questions in the universe is 42. Right? The idea, as silly as it was, he's a computer programmer. 42 is kind of one of those like numbers that can mean anything. So it's a magical number. It is an age of possibility, my friend. chance to discover and go into different places.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How did you find out
I read.
about that number? So you just were collecting and find out about that number because you were getting close to that number.
No, I just I,
you were
I,
you were
no.
just trying to find a reason to be happy on your 14.
Well, actually, the answer to your question is this. I wrote a Alice in Wonderland Greek mythology mashups book. So for my research, I read Alice in Wonderland on a regular basis, and I also like read the Greek stories I want to incorporate into the story I'm working on. And so one of the things I'm doing, one of the things I do is I read all the notes of all these different things, right? But I also read for fun. I read Douglas Adams when I was a kid. So I read up World 42, and 42 is very much a part of literature. And so when I hear 42, it's not because I'm approaching 42 age. I like that I'm getting older. I give less of a shit the older I get. But the thing is, right, when you go do it, when you see it, when you start reading and seeing these connections, right, it adds, like when you tell stories, right?
Oh,
Yeah. So that's to answer your question. It's basically I stumbled into it. I first read it as a Douglas Adams thing, and when I researched Alice in Wonderland, I found it again hundreds of years before Douglas Adams ever thought to put it in his book. So
yeah, that's interesting.
yeah. So you read comics?
Not too much.
No.
Just sometimes because right now I don't have time to do it. But I've been reading some Batman.
Batman?
Yeah, the 52. I think the 52 is have some good stories. Good run.
Oh, I think the first half of that run's brilliant.
Mhm.
Completely brilliant. Second half I'm not as crazy about. Um I think the Joker stuff I shrug. Like just me, that's just me. It's just me, right? I'm not as crazy about it. I did like the idea of Commissioner Gordon being Batman for a very short period of time. I thought that was interesting.
I didn't get to the part.
Yeah.
I was reading. I think just the first three volumes of the Batman, and I don't think that was part of it.
No, it's the
I
second
didn't
half
get
of
to. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't read that part.
second half of the series. The Court of
Hmm.
Owls is the big thing about the New 52 run. It's
Yeah, and
really, really
that
good.
was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's
I
really
read that.
good.
I read
Yeah.
that one, and that was a good story. And I
Yeah.
read a little bit of Aquaman from the 52. It was good too,
That was okay.
and some of the Justice League. So well, when I knew the basics of all the famous superheroes like Batman, Superman, and all that stuff. But once that DC relaunched the 52, I was there. I was like, oh, I want to know a little more. So
Yeah.
that's when I jumped into DC, and I like DC.
My
I don't.
favorite of that whole run was the Wonder Woman run.
Oh,
I enjoyed the art style of Cliff Chang, and I loved Brian Azzarello's take on Wonder Woman. It was fun. It's a good run. It was a good
mhm.
run. So that's my opinion. I think the New 52 gets a little bit crapped on. Some of this stuff was really good. Some of it was a little much, but they tried something different. And I always applaud
Yeah,
creatives.
probably that's why I liked it because that was something new for me. It was
Yeah,
something new for me, so I liked it. Hmm.
yeah, and some of it was really really good. The Batman stuff is probably what everybody remembers the most, but I
Hmm.
enjoyed the Wonder Woman. But there are good books in that run, like some really good ones. But that's just my opinion. So at this point, then, with all the art you do, what's the day like for you at this point? Do you wake up and start drawing, or do you
No,
advertise?
no. The first thing I do is just get up and probably eat breakfast and take my daughters to the school, come back home, and clean and then do little things over here over there, and then I start drawing by I think 10 or 11. Yeah, that's when I start. And then I do a lot more stuff during the day, then go pick up my daughters, and then come back, eat together, and then everyone goes to do their things, and then I start drawing a lot. Uh-huh.
Ah. So you get like two work. You get like two work times in a day.
Something like
Something like that. That's not too
two or
bad.
three times. So, yes, that's how I do it.
That's pretty cool.
Yesterday I was up until 4 in the morning. Yeah,
Been
was
there.
pretend. Yeah, drawing. Currently working on two covers, and I was working on one of them yesterday. Mhm.
That's fair. So do you? Is it? I'm just curious. Like, is it sketch covers the big thing you do, or is it also like Kickstarter exclusive stuff?
I'm focused on sketch covers, but now I'm into two projects. I'm mainly doing sketch covers. That's what I do.
Okay.
That that's all I do. I have over a thousand blank covers ready to be sketched. Yep.
And I understand working to tailor to your customers what they want, but I'm just curious, what's your favorite cover? If you had to pick one or two that you did that you really enjoyed doing, what were they?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few. Ago I did a flash cover, and it was the wrap around. Is the back and front cover, and and it was flash and the reverse flash like fighting. There's like three different scenes in that cover, and it was very colorful, and I like that one. That's one of them, and I don't know. There's a few. There's a few.
Yeah.
And I have another one that I did for myself. It was very funny. It was Michael Keaton. Uh, so that's Michael Keaton's Batman and Beetlejuice.
Ah.
They were recreating. I was recreating the Batgirl Joker cover that never happened. I don't know if you remember that one. If you give me a chance, I can go pick it up and I'll
Yeah,
show
sure.
you.
Go right
I
ahead.
have it.
Go
But
right ahead. Take a look. And while we're doing that, folks, I'm going to just point out to you real quick that this podcast is sponsored by Mirror World Publishing. Check out their anthology Far Far Away and get their code Joshing if you want to get their book. Ooh, we got goodies here.
So this is the one.
Oh, geez. So who's the third guy there?
Well, it's the same. I think it's Beetlejuice too.
Oh, wow.
But it's like the demon version.
Yeah, so there's Beetlejuice and Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's two incarnations there.
And the good thing is that it was signed by Michael Keaton right here.
Oh, wow. So you got to see it?
No. Someone else get it for me. Someone else did it for me. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this one and probably the Flash were my favorite ones.
So, okay, so that's your era. So I'll let you in on a little secret. Michael Keaton, I had no idea he was Beetlejuice the first time I saw it. I was like 5 to give me like I was as a kid. It's like I'd seen Batman. I saw Batman, and I saw Beetlejuice. I'm like, that's not the same guy. And when I get older, it's like, no, it is the same guy. Like, holy crap, right?
Yeah, I think back in those days, people were complaining about Michael Keaton being the Batman because they were like, this guy is a comedy guy, and then he was playing Bruce Wayne and Batman. And they were crazy. Something similar happened to Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
or the Joker. I mean, about people complaining because actors playing those
I just
actors.
think sorry.
No,
No,
no, no.
I remember actually sometimes when I no longer complain about casting choices because I realize something very important in the sense that um these actors are quite talented. They can definitely pull some things out that you don't expect. My
They are
ultimate
professionals, and we are not. We're just the fans, and we should just let them work and see the results later.
Yeah, exactly.
That, that,
For me that moment was Heath Ledger as the Joker. When he was first cast, much like Jack Nicholson and much like Michael Keaton, frowned upon. Then you actually see that performance, and you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't. My favorite comedian of all time, though, is Pat Morita.
Uh
Playing Mr. Miyagi on the Karate Kid. Like
huh.
this comedic character. This guy he's a comedian. That's what he was. Played like this epic badass. That was just like, wow. Like again, you didn't realize he was a comedian there. Like he just played into the role just so well.
I didn't know he was a comedian. So, so you're telling me right now.
Yeah. No, he was originally a comedian. Like he's a comedian. Like you look at some of a lot of his other stuff, it's silly, silly stuff. You don't think of Mr. Miyagi as a silly. I mean, he has a bit of a silliness to him, but it's more it's not common. You take him seriously, right? But no, look at his history. Pat Morita was on Cheers. Pat Morita was on other things, and just yeah, he's a comedic actor that just surprised you with his range.
Now that you're telling me, yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think about it like that, right? But I mean, people can do things that, surprise you if you give them the opportunity to do them, right? So
Right. So I want to surprise everyone if they give me an opportunity to do covers and stuff like that.
you might as well like, hey, never sell yourself short. Like you've expressed that you'd be willing to try different things. And even if like I get it, covers are your thing and you're not going to veer away from that too much, but at the same time, you know, I'd be curious what kind of stories you want to do because again, listening to your background a little bit, I mean, you grew up watching the same stuff I did. So I'd be like, what kind of stories are in your head? Would you like to tell? You know?
Huh. I don't know. I think not to tell a story, but to cr- to create to put them on the paper. That's totally different. And I don't know. I think I would like to do. I don't know anything. I'm really open
You're
to
really
do.
open.
Yeah, to do whatever
So if the
and do it
opportunity
right. The thing is that and do it and do it right.
do it and do it right. So I truly believe in the fact that people discover things going outside their comfort zones. Even their mistakes aren't always mistakes. Sometimes in your accidents you discover great things. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, yes. But yeah. As I said, I really, I just wanted to, I just want to do it, and I'm really,
Yeah.
I don't want to pick, I don't want to be picky and said, oh, I want to do this or that. I just want to do anything
That's
and do it. Try to do it right.
yeah.
I'm not gonna promise like I'm gonna do it 100% right, but I'll try. I want to get better and
Yeah.
bring better things and do it right.
And the more you do, the more doors will open for you too.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah. Depending on what you want. So beyond okay, so let's talk a couple more things here just for possibility's sake, and then I'll let you do whatever you feel the need to do. But like I said, you mentioned sketches and Kickstarter. You're doing different cover projects. So what was like Michael Turner inspires you to do it? But when will it like do you remember when was the exact moment you said I can make money doing this?
That was 7 years ago.
7 years?
7 years ago. Yeah, I saw people posting their art on Facebook, selling those sketches and now and to be honest, I was like I can do better than those guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I can do it. So that's when I started. That's when I
That
started.
was that was that.
Yeah. So yeah. To be honest, that's how it happened. I was like, I can do better than those guys, and and it's been 7 years, and I'm still doing, I'm still growing.
Yeah.
Nothing I can do even better. And now I have a lot
Okay.
more time. I want to do it, like full-time job. So I'm just gonna be focusing on this, and it'll be better. Yeah.
Ah, that's it. No, it makes sense. Like you're ready to take that leap. So, I mean, are still part of you like a little scared?
Yes. Yes, because I don't talk too much. Um, I've been drawing with these new guys that I've met, and they're very friendly. And but I know that people is listen to us, and there's viewers, and I feel kind of like my English is not
Oh,
perfect, and I'm kind of shy, and it's a mixture of feelings.
mixed feeling. So, I
But
mean,
I feel good. I feel confident.
yeah, no, I got you. I'm just saying, like, just like I said off the air, I'm very good at making an ass out of myself. So don't worry, people won't. When you are
No,
like,
it's just myself. It's just I'm shy. Like mom was telling me, oh, that I'm very confident, but I think at the end I'm not. I'm very shy. I think.
there's nothing wrong
But
being a shy guy, quiet guy, dude. There's like it's not a terrible like curse. It's just like you are comfortable expressing yourself in your work. And there's nothing wrong with
yeah,
that,
well, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Mhm.
Right? Now, you do have to develop this a little bit because here's the thing.
I can barely hear you. I lost your the audio.
You hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So, what you basically want to say, my bad. So, what you basically want to say is, I'm Luis Bravo. I do great covers. I'll make your books pop. If you want to use my services, this is where you can find me. Blah, 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 blah. And you gotta get comfortable with that. But you don't need to be the loudest guy in the room. It's not like that's not the requirement. The requirement is do good work and don't be afraid to say, "Here I am." You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not afraid to display, my artwork and show it off. Sometimes I just escape to talk and say things because, as I said, my English is not perfect, but I still can try. And I try it now. Well, let me show you what I'm
Oh
doing.
wow.
While we're talking, I'm coloring this.
Yeah, I see that. That's badass, dude. That's really, really badass. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a poison ivy, the likes of which.
Yeah, Savage
Yeah.
Land version.
No, it's really good. Give me a second here as I make a small fix. There we go. That should be a lot better now. No, it's one of those things like dude, like work speaks first. Good work speaks for itself. It always has, always will. You know, every once in a while. Again, it's about getting comfortable. What is your natural language?
Spanish. I was born in Mexico City.
Ah,
I'm from Mexico City. I've been
so
living in California for 17 years. 17 or 18 years. Yeah. And I've been living in different places, but California, uh, 17 years. Hmm.
wow.
But Spanish is my first language.
Ah,
Yes.
hablo español poquito. Je parle français comme si comme ça. And English is just my thing. What happens with me though, I could try talking Spanish with you, but here's what would happen. Somewhere along the way, because French and Spanish are similar, right? I will switch to French or I will switch to
Get confused.
Spanish, right? I switch because it just as a general rule of thumb, it's the same part of the brain, right? So just like I'm using it to speak and putting it together. And also my Spanish is in comparison to my French a lot far less. I don't use it anywhere near as much. I live in Canada, so we do speak
Okay.
French up here, right?
Hmm.
So French is much more common than Spanish. Um, so yeah, no, dude, I get it. So do you still think in Spanish or do you think in English?
No, I do both sometimes. But no, I mean, I've been working with a lot of friends that speaks only English, and I mean, that's what I learned a lot from them. But no, I still, I just make sure. But in English too. I do English
Okay.
and Spanish too.
Yeah,
It's not
because
that hard, but it's a little bit harder to try to find sometimes the words, the right words. But I think
you
I
sound
make it
good.
work, and
No,
but yeah.
no, you sound
And
good.
every day I'm learning, and even if I doesn't know something, if I don't know something, I just uh, keep practicing in my head and just try and try and try. Yeah, that's how I do it. Never stop learning.
Oh no, you never. No, I'll be learning
Yeah, so
until I'm 80 at least, maybe older.
yeah, but some people don't really care, but I do. Every time I listen to something new, I just keep it in my mind, just practicing and practicing until I get it. And
That's
see that. Mhm.
But that's, I mean, that's a good thing. You're striving to constantly push yourself to be better, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, right?
Just hmm yes.
So, okay, a couple more things here, then I'll let you go about your day. It's this. So, when you learned English, did you learn English like how I learn other languages, which is I learn all the swear words?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's it. That's how everyone's
Yes.
learned some. Yeah, yeah, other languages. Yeah,
Yeah.
we learn the bad things first, and then little by little we grow up and start, getting the knowledge and knowing that that's not a good thing. So try to
Eh,
be better. Yeah,
it's a
so
human thing, but it's a human thing, right? Because
I think
it's
that's the easiest thing. That's the easiest thing to learn.
well, no, it's not just the easiest thing; it's a human thing. Because here's the thing, right? If I can tell a joke with you, I can play with you, right? And not hard, like just we can have fun. And if we can have fun, we can get along better, right? Because if I can tell a dirty joke that you get, you'll chuckle. Even if you think it's terrible, you get it. The same token, right? And then at that point, we find the other things we have in common, whatever those things are, right? And the other big thing is like the two big things we share with cultures is dirty words and food, right?
Right.
Food's the other big pastime. You know what I mean? So that's how we learn. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow. Is we share. So we share like again, my family is Maltese. So when I swear in my family's language, I really you can tell it's a swear word. But at the same time, I can talk about pasticci and I can talk about like foods that just are made from Malta, right? And then you too, like you way you guys prepare food is different. Where in Mexico City than say Tijuana, right? It's different. It's a different cultural thing, and you learn and you grow, and everybody again in that those differences, we also find sometimes what makes us all go together. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm agree.
Yeah.
That that's I think that's what makes it easy, to learn from those things first, and then start evolving and learning a little more and
Yeah.
better things. Yeah, you're
Oh yeah.
right. I never thought about it, but yeah. So
It's how we
sometimes I,
it's how we
I
connect.
never thought about it, yeah, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's how we connect. We by nature, intelligence intelligence discerns difference. Wisdom lets us move past and figure out where we're all the same.
Right.
Yeah. And
So
as
for how long you been doing this show?
7 years.
All 7 years already?
Yeah. So I started doing 1 episode a week. Then I
Hmm.
went to 2. Then I went to 3. And when the pandemic happened, I went to 3. Now I do on average 5. This week I'm doing 6. 6 shows, 6 different guests, 6 different interviews. Dude, people are fascinating because everybody sees the world in a very different way. But you can learn from everybody.
Yes.
And that's why I talk to people the way I talk to people. In your case, I feel like in your case, it's not just you. Just in talking may not be your thing so much, but
You know,
more.
I think it's more like, I don't know. I just like to be alone, and if I'm drawing, just
Yeah,
draw, and that's what I am. I'm very quiet. Not really, but I mean I enjoy drawing. So if I'm drawing, I'm just but
you,
like right now I'm like very shy and not really not really shy, but I'm just like a little bit.
it's a little uncomfortable for
Oh
you.
yeah,
A
just
little
yeah, because
uncomfortable.
this is not what I'm used to doing. You know?
No, I get it. So so this is my take on you in the short time we've had a conversation. This is just my take. You can agree, you can disagree with me. Here's the thing with you. You care about your family. You care about what you do. And again, it's not like you dislike anybody, but you're perfectly content being a guy that can go do his thing, do his thing, and just basically wants to mind your business.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I care about my family. I really care about my family. I spend a lot of time with them, and
Yeah.
we watch movies together. We play video games together. We go out together, spending a lot of time together, and yeah, that's what I am. Nothing
If
else
you don't
than
mind my
that.
ask, if it's not too personal, how old are your kids?
Um, the little one is 14, and the oldest one, she turned 16 last Sunday.
Happy
So
birthday. Happy birthday to your daughter.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so she turned 16. Yeah, she's so
So you're getting to enjoy this time with them partially because of the circumstances of the world, but partially though, this is your family. You have a good bond, and you basically just want to spend time with the people you love the most. Nothing wrong with that, man.
yeah, that's basically what I am. And being here drawing at home is I feel even better because I spend a lot more time with them, and
Yeah.
that's something good.
Well,
Being with your family, that's good. Spending more time with them, with them, that's good.
so what's your video game of choice when you play with them?
Oh,
What's the
that she loves the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider. She
simulator?
loves that. And I like the Metal Gear Solid. That's
Yes.
my favorite ones. Yeah.
So you're the one racing cars against the cops.
No,
No,
no, no, no,
not
no. No, have you heard about the Metal Gear game? It's have you heard about Snake? No,
I'm not familiar. So educate me. Educate me.
no. It's on a spy guy. Uh, he's a military guy trying to discover secrets from the Russian guys and all that stuff, weapons, secret weapons, and things like that. It's just an spy. It's a spying and
It's a spy game.
killing. Hmm. That's what it
Oh,
is. That is very fun. It's very popular. I, don't know, I thought you knew a little bit of it.
oh no, I knew. So I played Metal Gear back when I was cool. Well, okay, I never was cool, but we'll say back in my younger days. And you would get these vehicles. You would have to evade the cops. You'd have to not hit anybody, and you have to get to your
No,
destination.
Is the Metal Gear? I don't
Yeah,
think
it was
so.
Metal Gear. Old, like this is old Metal Gear, like back in the PlayStation 1 days. Like that's when I played Metal Gear.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
started with the first one. What was for PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
It's totally different, but yeah.
Well,
But what you're
they
telling me,
all kind of evolved, right? Because so the game I played, the car game I played was Grand Theft Auto. Now, and it's gotten much more like it sounds like Metal Gear has become much more sophisticated. The stories are deeper. And on a personal note, that's cool. I'm a big video game fan. Like I really like video games, and in terms of how they tell stories, some of the most sophisticated stuff out there is there. But because much like you, I create all the time. I don't have time to keep up with everything. So I'm kind of in that boat of just trying to do my thing and not worry about it so much, if that makes sense. And so I'm not cool anymore. I'm just not. I'm okay with it. I live with that. But for me, my games of choices are like RPGs, like RPG style games. I like those. I play like one game a year. I'll beat one or maybe two games a year. That's it.
that's what I do. Probably just one a year.
Yeah, because I don't have time. Like I'm not cool anymore, Luis. I don't have time. I have to create my own stuff. I just that's
You don't have time to have
yeah.
fun.
Well, I just only have so many hours in the day. Like I think you understand this too. It's like if I'm not creating, I'm not doing anything for me,
Right.
right? So that's the that's where we're at, right? It's you just have this tendency, like you choose priorities, whatever those priorities are. In your case, drawing, like spending time with your daughters, spending time with your family, and drawing stuff, right? And in
Yes.
that's it, and that's all you care about. And the rest, if you have some time, like putting up like going nearly an hour with me, going, oh my god, I can't believe I've gone nearly an hour with this guy. So
It's been almost an hour. So
you
it
know,
lasts like what, 2 hours?
no, the show, I like minimum I like is an hour. Like in your case, because of you're a quiet guy. I don't hold it
Yes, right.
against you.
I'm very.
Yeah. No, I'm holding it against you. It's just you're a quiet guy. And so I feel like going a good hour with you, getting a little bit of chance to know you, getting a little bit of where you come from. So, that's a good thing. Because this is the other thing. You talked about talent earlier, right? We mentioned talent earlier.
Mhm.
Talent does carry you to a point. But at the end of the day, it's the people you meet. It's the people that, I mean, you do good work, you do the right thing, you do the hard work, you deliver when you say you're going to deliver, and that's how you keep clients. That's how it works. But at the same time, at the end of the day, my belief is people invest in people. So in this brief hour, I've gotten to know a little bit about you, right? And from what I can tell, in spite of all the shyness, right? You're a decent human being. You're a decent human being that's pursuing his dreams and
I
should be
try.
admired.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, and that should be admired, right? Even if he's like, this is one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever done in terms of doing an interview, it's still good for you because people get to see a little bit of who you
Yeah, I
are.
was good to get to know a little bit of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And the
I
next
understand that. I understand that. That's
yeah.
why I'm that's why I'm here suffering. Not really suffering.
Yeah.
It's something I've never done before.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, I'm here because I help people wants to know a little more myself.
yeah. Yeah.
They know what I do, but they don't know, the things I do or things. Yeah. I'm here sharing what I do, and
We're
oh,
talking about stuff, and you exposed how uncool I was about Metal Gear Solid, and that's okay. I can live with that. Like the universe can discover that. I'm not cool, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay. But here's the thing, right? And this is,
Yeah.
I think maybe the last thing we talk about. We talk about the idea. I have nine, maybe 10 rules to success. Rule 8 applies here. I believe in staying uncomfortable because when you stay uncomfortable, you're forced to grow. So even though this is like a painful moment in time for you, you'll get somewhere down the road, you'll get to do another interview and it won't be as painful because
I don't.
right? Because
Right.
it's broken through. Like you've heard all my bad jokes and you're still here. So I can't say it's like you're starting to like again.
I don't. I just don't want to be rude and just go walk away.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. But
yeah,
I mean
I was there.
no, it's the thing where like again, you may not do many of these. Like again, it's not
Yeah,
this
but I
might
think once in a while that's fine. So people know that I'm still
yeah,
here.
yeah, exactly. No, that's kind of it, right? It's one of those situations where um this you needed to do something like this at least once to get the feeling for what this is, right? And the good thing about doing a show like mine is really simple. It's the sense that you get to do like I'm harmless. I'm not asking you any really hard questions or anything like that. We're talking about different things. Oh, I gotta ask. So when you were a kid, because you watched the same cartoons I did, I realize I right did you get access to did you have a Castle Grayskull yourself in
No,
terms of the human? No,
no, no, not really.
no,
I, I,
no toys.
no, I think I have like a lot of toys. Life down there is different, and we don't
Yeah,
have like really access to everything we want. Or like kids these days is totally different. They have everything, and no, but no, it was a little bit hard. I think. I think we have what we needed, but no, what we wanted. So,
no, I
but
get that.
yeah, but we were still happy. You know.
Well, I would imagine I would imagine. So when you grew up, did you have siblings? Did you have did you have siblings you grew up with?
No.
Only child. Okay. So
Well,
did you,
I have older sister and my younger brother. That's what you meant, right? If I
yeah,
had
siblings.
the,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
but
You didn't.
no, no, no. But I don't know. It's just like it's just different down there. It's just different.
Oh yeah,
You have
no.
yeah,
Absolutely. I couldn't imagine Mexico City. I have no context to go by. Different place, different time, right? You went to find you left for a reason. You wanted to find something better for you and for your family.
yeah. It's just I think that's the reason I'm here. Trying to
Yeah.
find something better. Mhm.
Yeah. I totally get that. So, no, I just figured I'd ask because, because if you did have, because again, it's different down there. I know that, but sometimes, you know what, there are ways to get things anywhere. So I was just curious more than anything else. So, on that note, so would you, unless you haven't gotten much farther, you mind showing the cover one last time?
Yeah. So I just added a little bit more of color on
Oh,
the
wow.
over here.
That's really good. That is really, really good. You've definitely done
So
your fair share.
so this is a commission I'm doing right now.
Yeah, it's all good. That's impressive. Like, honestly, you're really good, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Savage Land, Poison Ivy for those people listening, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this looks like. She looks really badass. So,
Well, do you like DC movies?
I'm a bit,
Can
oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
let me show you a few covers that I've done, and one of them was based on the Justice League movie. on Zack Snyder's Justice League movie.
Mhm. Let's see.
So this is the front of the cover.
Oh wow, Batman Sahara style. Wow, it's really good, guys. I can't even do this justice. That is an incredible front to back sketch cover. You got Batman kind of looking like, yeah, like a man in the desert. You see a certain Joker on the other side of it. There's an Omega symbol. There's a lost city. It's so cool and detailed. Man, I'd be curious to see the story on the inside. Well, it was like with something like that. That's really good. That is
Good, yeah.
really, really good. Yes. Yes. That's incredible. That's incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I cannot do it justice. Like I said, maybe I'll get him to share the image as at the end here for the visual, for the audio, so you guys can see what he's done. It's
Did
incredible.
you like the Watchmen movie? Watchmen.
Yes. Oh yeah. That's really good. Wow. Rorschach. Probably the scariest, most tragic, and oddly romantic characters in the entire saga.
Hmm. One of my favorite characters in that movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. You know what? I wanna give you this one. I wanna give away this one.
All right.
This is gonna be yours.
Oh
If you want
wow. I would love that. I'm not gonna argue with that. I do. Yeah. Damn. That's really good. Really, really good. Guys, I can't do like I said, this is really cool. Justice, like really, really cool. Like Rorschach. And a very unhappy person down there that's definitely crossed the line.
it.
That is amazing.
So yeah, just send me your address and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll definitely wait when we get off the air. Absolutely, I'll send it to you via Facebook.
And then if you want to do something special for the viewers or the people that is listening to the show, we can just give away something.
Sure, we can talk about that. We can talk about that.
Yes,
We can talk about that off the air. I have an idea for you. We can definitely
yeah.
do
So
something for you.
I'll give you this one for the show. You want
Okay.
to give away this one?
Yeah, we can give away
So
that. That's Wonder Woman. That is
yeah,
Wonder
but
Woman.
that's my version of the Wonder Woman.
It's all right. Really good version of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, so we can give away this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do is when we get off the air, we'll set a fun little detail for your audience, for the audience here and for anyone listening down the road. How
Mhm.
can people find you?
So you guys can find me on Facebook as I have my personal page, and you can find me as Luis Bravo, or my art page, Bravo's artwork, or Instagram, Bravo Luis _ 14.
Instagram.com, Bravo Luis underscore 14.
Yes, 14.
So like this. Hold on. So you can see it. Like that.
No, Bravo Luis, Bravo Luis, Bravo Luis _ 14. That's
That's it.
Instagram.
That's Instagram.
Mhm.
That's what I got right there. Instagram.com/Bravo Luis underscore 14. Okay. So
And
you guys,
Facebook, Bravo's artwork.
Bravo's artwork. Hold on, let's see
Mhm.
if I can find. Let me find. Let me. There we are. I think. Okay, it's so I'm gonna just hit the. So for those people wanting to find him after this, that is where we're gonna go. Right there. That's it. Right there.
And yeah, that people just can go and like my page, and sometimes I just give away the movie digital codes and sketch covers, prints. I just like to give away stuff. You know,
It's good.
I know people like stuff, and sometimes they don't have the money to pay, but I know that I just like to give away stuff so they can go and I'm always. giving stuff.
All right.
I'm grateful and like to pay back to
No,
the people.
that's a good way to be. That's a very good way to be. I understand. If I get to where I really want to go with this, I'll be doing some similar stuff myself. You know, not quite there yet, but I'm getting there, and that's the important thing, and I'm grateful for it.
Mhm.
Lewis, I think we have an interview here. What do you think?
But yes, I think with it. Yeah,
Yes,
that was something.
yes. Thank you very much for coming on my show. It was a
No,
pleasure having you.
thank you for giving me the chance and just being here with you.
All right. So that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the great Luis Bravo, sketch cover artist extraordinaire. If you
Yes,
definitely want
definitely.
to check his work out, you should definitely do so. It is worth it. If you guys have watched this episode, it is definitely for you to behold. If you are listening to this episode, trust me, and there's nothing I can say that could do this justice. So what I'm going to do before we call it a day today is I'm going to mention my book. This is my latest release. It's called Alice One. You can go pick it up, check it out here. Right, and there you can it's Alice in Wonderland. It's Greek mythology. Alice is Pandora. She opens Pandora's box and gets a certain Cheshire friend inside her head. And in this story, she chases the Queen of Hearts over the edge of the world and ends up in the Greek underworld, where to escape, she must play croquet against Jason of the Argonauts. But in this labyrinth in the underworld, Alice and company face gods, monsters, and perhaps the most terrifying thing of all, themselves. So definitely check that out. If you want to support this channel, hit the like, follow button on Twitch, twitch.tv/justjoshingpodcast. All right, guys, stay inspired. This is Luis Bravo. Definitely check his stuff out. All right, stay inspired. Keep shining in the dark. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night with, let's see who my guest is. I always have lots of people. I got Natasia Voskovic, a musician. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely come back. All right, guys, you take care of yourselves. Have yourself a great night.